Welcome to Shovelware Diggers. Our dig team's currently excavating the Softkey Shareware 2000 Hit Games 2 CD collection. You can find a link in the video description containing the entire directory structure of this archive. Here's what our diggers have for week 179. For more information on how to join the dig team, simply follow the Patreon link in the video description. Now without further ado, let's get started. First up, we have a new digger, Street of Streets, who's dug up DOSGAMES /adventure /crusade. I'm guessing we're going on some kind of crusade or something. We got a batch file, got some data files, a $$ file. I keep forgetting that $ is actually a legitimate character to use in an old DOS file name. You got a run.exe though. It almost kind of suggests that this is going to be using some kind of separate engine, especially with the batch file there. Let's just quickly type that out. Crusade.bat. Run crusade. Okay. That kind of makes it a little obvious. There doesn't seem to be any text files or anything, though. Well, I guess we'll just run it. So, Crusade. Crusade by David Malmberg. The adventure created using Adventure Game Toolkit. Okay, so we got another one of these games. So, in Crusade Adventure, you play the role of Godfrey de Goodhart, a bold but impoverished knight. King Frederick III has dispatched you to rescue his only daughter, the beautiful Princess Anne, from the dungeons of Baron von Evil's castle. Right on the nose. You've also been asked to recapture the Baron's treasure of gold, silver, and gems, which he gained by cruelly exploiting his serfs. Okay then. If you can rescue the princess and return all the Baron's ill-gotten treasures, King Frederick has promised you Princess Anne's hand in marriage. Okay then. Interesting. It says here to do not ever call the author on the telephone to ask how to get into the castle or for some other hint. I'll be glad to provide a solution, but I want to do it by letter, not by phone. He didn't seem to provide a phone number, so, okay. Anyways, you're in the midst of a thick woods. The ground is damp with dew, the night air is chilly, and you shiver from the cold. There are large trees all around you, see a crumpled up piece of paper with some writing on it. Okay, hit the paper. Now carrying the crumpled paper, read the paper. it's the... Yeah, because the AGT loves to self-insert its own special things. Anyways, we'll look at the trees. Trees around you are mostly large oaks. Okay, climb the tree. Oh, I was not expecting that to work. Okay. You struggle up branch by branch till you reach the tallest part of the tree. You perch somewhat precariously on a limb near the top of the tall tree. The bird's nest here, you see a golden egg in the nest, a la King's Quest. See the castle in the moonlight to the south of the trees. Go get the egg. Now carrying the golden egg. Okay, climb down. Okay, there we go. It wasn't anywhere near as complex as I was thinking. Do we have an exits command? No, we do not. So, I guess, I don't know, north? Obviously you're confused and need help. I typed in north. How is that showing that I'm confused? Would you like the hint? No. Let me see what's around me. Oh, still nothing. Can we go south? Okay, we can go south. You're by the edge of the moat surrounding the Baron's castle. The woods are to the north. Castle is south across the water in the moat. Large sign here. Baron's castle looms ominously and forebodingly across the water. Drawbridge up. There's no way across. The muddy water in the moat. Okay then. So, read sign. In letters almost a foot high, the sign proclaims, "Danger! No swimming." This really does feel kind of like King's Quest right now. Because we have a moat that we can't swim in. We had a golden egg in a tree. I'm like half expecting to come across like a witch's house or something. Okay, here we go. You're in a clearing by the side of a small hill. There's a path to the north that meanders up the hill. The woods are to the east. In the moonlight, you just make out a small cave at the foot of the hill. Okay. So let's go north to the hill then. You're at the top of a small hill. You can see the castle to the south beyond the woods. There's also woods to the north. Long rope with a grappling hook on the end, and a small sign. Let's read the sign first. In big letters, the sign says, "Bring all the Baron's treasures here and drop them to win the game." Okay, so it seems like this is the end spot that we need to get to once we have everything. Actually, given what I saw in the instructions about the Zizzy command, I got a funny feeling that this is going to play out a lot like the original Adventure, like Colossal Cave Adventure, just from nature of the fact that in that game, you had to bring all the treasures to a particular spot to win the game, and that seems to be what we're going for here. Okay, so clearly we got to use that grappling hook, so use hook. Okay, do toss hook? Yeah, I'm not entirely certain how I'm supposed to use this grappling hook. I mean, I've tried tossing, throwing, attaching. What's like? That's what you would do with a grappling hook, is you would throw it, right? But throw just puts it on the ground, and it doesn't understand toss. I'm at a loss of what to do here. Okay, I typed in help, and the game says you need some exercise. That's just rude, so I'm going to end it here. Anyways, that was some kind of crusade. I actually forget the name of the game right now, and it's hard to... Well, I guess I could just quit. So if I go quit, you sure you want to quit? And then try it again. Oh, it was just called Crusade. Well, that's what you want to go for. So yeah, that was Crusade. It's a text adventure. Doesn't seem to be too different from the norm, but at least it is playable to some degree. I just couldn't figure out how to use the freaking grappling hook. Next up, CatDog Joe has dug up WINGAMES /NEWWIN/laser. We don't end up firing some lasers, I'm going to be very disappointed. But in any case, I got file id.diz, doc, help file. File id.diz says laser trace game based on the black box game. Oh, I think it's going to be another one of those, having to figure out where the laser's going based on objects on the playfield. So Laser Trace is a game of hide and seek. Object of the game is to find 5 object balls that the computer will place randomly in the grid. You attempt to find the balls by sending imaginary lasers into the grid. Do this by placing the mouse cursor over one of the numbered buttons surrounding the grid and pressing the left mouse button. Imaginary laser issues forth from the button square into the grid area. Either bounce off, hit, or miss any number of the object balls. The computer will then place result tiles on the affected buttons to give the result of the trace. It says here the result can either be a hit, reflection, or a detour. So a hit is if it's a direct hit. And then a reflection... Okay, so if the laser hits a corner of a ball, then it reflects. Interesting. And detour... Okay, detour is when it exits out one point. Enters one point and exits out another point. Whereas reflection is enters and exits from the same spot. Okay. There doesn't seem to be much else to the help file here, so let's run it. Okay, so seems like a pretty simple laser trace game here. We don't have an unnecessary maximize button. So let's see here. So we're on an about screen by David Putnam, or Putnam? 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 I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name there. It'd be a little easier if there were 2 T's, but there's only 1 T, and that's what makes it tricky. Apparently from 1994, so this one's pretty late to the scene. And rules just brings up the help file, so doesn't look like I don't see any like registration details or anything, so I'm guessing this is probably a freeware title, which you didn't see too many of on Windows, but I guess we should try firing some lasers. Let's go from here. Okay, so that went straight through, so there's probably nothing here. Probably. But, let's see. What about right here? Okay, so I'm guessing that that's a direct hit. So I think there's a ball there. And in fact, I'm going to guess that there might be another ball here. So if that's a direct hit, but this one came back to us... Well, then how's that even possible, though? Because I thought it had to, Because what if it hit a corner, wouldn't it just reflect back? Now, hang on, there might actually be a couple of these. That complicates things a bit. So these are both direct hits, and these are both direct hits. So we could have a situation like that, but we could also have a situation like that. Or... Because apparently all three of these are making direct hits. So it might be something more like... Might have one there. Or not there, but there. Or not there, but there. Because that would deflect here, here, and then go like that. That would be solid. That would... Oh, I think I see what's going on. So if the yellow is like that, it might just be like right up next to it. I think this might be it. Yay, I actually figured it out. Okay, so if it's getting yellow in a situation where it doesn't seem like it should be reflecting back, then it's probably because the ball is right up next to the thing. So when it tries to reflect, it just can't go anywhere. Interesting. No, at least I got it. Although it appears the higher your score, the worse you do. So you actually want a low score in this game. Let's give it one more shot here. Let's start with right down here. Well, that went all the way over here, so that's kind of a safe bet that that's going to be right there. So which means, is this a reflection? It is. Okay, so let's see where else the rest of these might be. Yeah, it seems to be pretty empty. Okay, this is hitting something head on. That's hitting something head on. It could just be this one, though. Oh, no, wait. If there was a solid one right here... There was a solid one right here. Or could be here, even. No. Okay, that kind of suggests that there's one here. I'm gonna guess there's probably one here, too. Nope, screwed that up. Anyways, that's Laser Trace. Another one of these deflect the lasers, try to figure out where everything is games. Because there's a lot of these games like this. In fact, I think there's a couple that we still haven't seen yet that are on this disc. But we'll probably get to them sooner or later. Or if not, well, at least you know a bunch of these are out there. At least this one's freeware. You don't find a lot of freeware games, so I'm not going to dock it too heavily. But, yeah. Game plays perfectly fine otherwise. And our last dig for today comes from Anonymous Freak. DOSGAMES /arcade2/jump. Well, clearly we got some game about jumping from the looks of it. And also, judging by those pack files, probably some kind of motocross thing. Which wouldn't be that common a theme for... I guess 91. I guess there would be a few motocross-based games by then. So let's see what we got here, because all we got is an executable, really. Choose graphics card. We got VGA going. Stunt Jumper. It's by Scott Elder. And apparently he likes having the E and the L of his last name capitalized. Well, this looks interesting so far. Let's see what the help says. How to play. Pick the right speed to jump over all the buses and land on the down ramp. Oh, this is a... What do you call that? This is like a stunt performance game. I guess we're going to be driving motorcycles and jumping over things. You don't see that very often. Or Daredevil, that's the word I'm looking for. Daredevil type game. Right shift is accelerate, right control is the brake, spacebar continues play after a jump attempt. Okay, lose all 3 lives by jumping too short or too far and the game is over. That's pretty simple controls anyways, just shift, control, and space. It's a little weird, but we'll deal with it. So, space to play. Press any key to continue. We gotta jump 3 buses. Okay. There's no sound effects, so there's no speedometer or... Huh? Oh, I'm hitting the left control, and... Okay, let's try that again. I'm getting all my keys mixed up because I'm not used to... Oh, there we go! Did I win? No, I went too fast. Okay, is that enough speed to jump 3 buses? Nope. That's too much speed. Okay, let's try 4 pixels of speed. 4 pixels of speed was too slow. Okay, so 5 pixels of speed. Too slow. 6 pixels of speed. Too slow. 7 pixels of speed. Too slow. How accurate does this want me to get? 8 pixels. There we go. 8 pixels of speed beats level 1. So now let's try, I don't know, that many pixels? Oh, that was lucky. There might be a range of valid values. Okay, so that was too fast. There we go. So I think I'm just lucking into these jumps now. Okay, I seem to be doing this okay now. This is actually a really basic game when it comes down to it. Just get your speed right and you win. If your speed's wrong, you lose. But given the fact that it's just increasing the number of buses I'm jumping across, there doesn't seem to be... Whoops, that was too much speed. So... Okay. I'm guessing level 12 is probably like as far as it goes, but yeah, that was an extraordinarily simple game. Just have your speed set right, and there you go.